Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my screen. Basically, if everything is good, just let me know with a 111 or something so I can start this beautiful morning session. All right. Let's start the session with a habit we used to do every single morning on our sessions. It's one of the habits that for me personally changed a lot, changed my perspective on life and so on. And that's just gratitude, being grateful with where you are in life and what you already have or what you already achieved. All right. A lot of people focus too much on the things they don't have. And yeah, they usually live a miserable life, right? By waking up and starting your day with a pure form of gratitude, by simply being grateful for waking up, having food in the fridge, having water to drink, having people around you to focus on your goals and dreams, and all these type of stuff. These are these small things you can be grateful for, and I really recommend you to start your day and share these things with yourself in the mirror. Maybe you write it down or something like that. But just try this. Try this for 21 days at least and see the impact. See how you will be feeling and how you will stand in life after you use this exercise. All right. So for me, very simple. Let me start. I'm so happy and grateful for this beautiful new day. I'm so happy and grateful I woke up this morning. I'm so happy and grateful I had my morning coffee. And of course, I'm so happy and grateful to be here on the session together with you guys to go over this beautiful opportunity that is called trading. All right, good. Let's get into it. Enough talking here. Let's dive straight into it. Let's see what the market has done last week with the price traps we have made last week, of course. Let's first start with the one I gave you guys live. I told you with this idea or with this example, everything that comes back in that box, we can sell. I told you, all right? Or there is a possibility to sell. Before I go further, remember, I'm not here to give you any financial advice, okay? I'm here to give you my knowledge, how I personally approach the market using certain technical analysis. All the rest is up to you, okay? So good. Let me start with Euro Pound. Like I said, the market broke out, came back for the retest. And once we were retesting here, we saw this massive 1 hour engulfing candle. This was at 9. The 9 o'clock or not 9. Yeah, the 9 o'clock candle closed, and then the market shooted up like, I think it was only for a few minutes. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Just like I told you, everything that comes back in this box, this was like 9:25, 9:30, 10 minutes after my session, something like that, triggered, and boom, went straight to take profit. Depends a little bit how big of a stop loss you used, of course. If you went for 6 pips, you had to go for 18 pips take profit for the 1-on-3 risk to reward. But like you can see, it doesn't really matter, even if you went for 8, I'm not sure, but even if you went for 8, 24, yeah, even the 24 pip was hit, all right? So 1-on-3 risk to reward was definitely possible here. Depends a little bit how tight you put your stop loss. I personally went just for a 5 pip and a 15 pip take profit, okay? So beautiful, beautiful live example. Beautiful how the market reacted and gave us that opportunity. So that's the first one for euro pound. Like you can see, market broke out to the other side, broke the resistance I gave you, and even here we got the breakout retest to the upside. Okay, but let's just focus on the ones that just gave the breakout retest immediately, not the other zones. All right. Next one, 80 Canadian. Look at that. Market comes out, breaks, creates a higher high, comes back for the retest, creates a higher low, creates this like kind of spinning bottom, but it's more of an evening star, like you can see. 30-minute time frame, market engulfed, okay? 15-minute time frame, look at that, evening star. So there was so much opportunity to be reacting here on 80 Canadian. Let's just say you went for the 1 hour, it would be around, I think it was 15 pip stop, yeah, something like that. The market went for just 44 or 45 pips, depends a little bit. If you see this happening, if you see the market is like at your take profit level, but it's rejecting from it, it's usually a good thing to just step out of it or take some of your profits out of it. Okay. All right, so that's it. What's interesting to see, of course, if once the market was like reacting a second time on that retest, this was basically a second reaction possibility. The market broke to the downside with a massive gap. All right. After that breakout to the downside of that massive gap, we got the retest and boom, the market turns around. This is the power of highs and lows. And you could say like, yeah, but is the market isn't it fucked up right now? Oh, excuse my language. That was gone before I knew it. But is the market isn't it messed up right now with Iran and all the war and all that thing going on? It is. You will see the market go a little crazy, but it will be still respecting highs and lows. It doesn't matter the situation of the world or the situation of the market. You will see the market respect highs and lows time and time again. Doesn't matter what's happening or in what situation we are. Okay, you will see that if you backtest your highs and lows enough. That's what I personally did in the beginning when I started trading. That was my very first thing I did. I wanted to really get to know the highs and the lows. So I'll spend hours and hours and hours just marking up highs and lows. That's it. And by doing that, I've seen that in the whole time of the market keeps respecting the breakouts and the retests and the highs, the lows, higher highs, higher low, lower low, lower high. All right. So good. Let's move on. 80 Canadian. 80 JPY, next one. This was a very hard one. Market broke out to the upside. We wicked massively to the downside here on Thursday. This wick could be a trigger for buy entries. Let me show you. 30-minute was giving us that tweezer bottom, and 50-minute time frame was giving us that beautiful engulfing candle. All right. So it depends a little bit on how you react on the price traps, of course. We have different ways of reacting. We have lower time frame reactions. We have like just candlestick pattern reactions. We have limit reactions. You can have so many different ways to be reacting on the price traps. It all works. You just gotta find yourself the way that fits the most. All right. But basically here for 80 JPY, your entry could be around this area. It was a massive stop loss because of the volatility, of course, in the market. That's the thing that changes right now because of the war with Iran. And the United States and Israel and all that type of stuff, the market becomes way more volatile. So the market moves way faster. So stop losses of 5, 10, 15, you won't see that for maybe a few weeks right now. Mostly of the time you will see that the stop losses will go to 30, 40, maybe 50 pips. All right. But of course the take profits are also getting big. Okay, so here 35 pip stop loss. Market went for 70 pips in profit, which is a 102. This is before the weekend. I never hold my trades over the weekend, especially in times like this. To be honest, I stopped holding my trades over the weekend the moment Trump became president. That's when I really stopped holding over the weekend, and this is exactly the reason. Iran got bombed in the weekend, like I think the night from Friday on Saturday. The market was already closed, but this is the outcome. A massive gap to the downside. Imagine you were still running AED/JPY, you would end up in loss. The market would open below your stop loss and close below your stop loss. All right, and that's something you don't wanna do. Okay, so that's why I personally do not hold my trades over the weekend. Good. Let's talk about ADNZD, the next one. Market broke out, came back for the retest, engulfing candle on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, rejecting massively, 50-minute time frame, also showing you these beautiful engulfing candles. So you could react here with around a 8 to 10 pip stop. Let's just say 10 pips. Market went for 37 pips in profit. Another 1-on-3 risk to reward. Yeah, like I said, it's not because we have a war that the market doesn't respect the structure anymore. All right, a lot of people think that, but usually they are just replacing their responsibility in the markets. You are responsible for your actions. You are responsible for what you're doing in the charts. So some people make mistakes because of the volatile charts that maybe go in a certain direction. They keep on selling, keep on buying, and then they say it's the market. That's not the truth. It's you. All right. Always make sure to take full responsibility of what you're doing in these charts. Good. We have Canadian JPY. Canadian JPY first reacted on the first retest here, boom, to the upside, and then we got the second retest. We had two opportunities here for Canadian JPY. If I'm not mistaken, last week I said that I wanted to see a deeper retest, so I wanted to see the market getting into these demand zones. It did not happen, but market did break out and retest of the next zone with a lot of beautiful price action there. All right, engulfing candles on the 1 hour, on 30, on the 50-minute time frame. So much opportunity to be reacting here. Let's say you went for a 20 pip stop, like you can see, the market went for a potential of 140 pips in profit, even more. This was the high I was looking at. It's even higher. So yeah, again, beautiful, beautiful price chart. Good. Euro AD, next one. Look at that. Next one. Breakout, retest, market reacts. We have this little pause. I talked about that pause in the previous session. If you see a massive breakout, usually if you go to these lower time frames, you see that the market pauses for a minute. Or yeah, more than a minute, of course. These pause that you see are usually very good opportunities to be selling the market or to buy or sell, depends on the direction, of course. Okay, so here again, engulfing candles on all the time frames. Let's just say there was a 20 pip stop opportunity. The market went for 66 pips in profit to then hit break even, and then of course the rest is what happened during the weekend. Okay, so again, beautiful price action, beautiful 1-on-3 risk to reward possible here on Euro AUD. Literally every single pair I just showed you did what we wanted to see. Next one, Euro JPY. This was a little harder. We first got price action. We got multiple price action points. So we got the first one here and we got the second one here. Okay, so first one, probably stop loss got hit. Second one, there was an opportunity. I think it was just a break-even opportunity, or close out before the weekend, something like that. Okay, so we got a lot of price action sitting here. Lower time frames will be more clear. I'm not going to go over that today. That will be for another day. With around 15 to 20 pip stop, the market went for 71. All right, I didn't see the move was this big. All right. So for Euro JPY, again, there was 1-on-3 possibilities here, but first there was a stop loss. All right, but this happens with trading. This happens with price trap. I personally always go for a maximum of 3 reactions on one price trap or on one chart. If it's not good, then I'm staying away. But usually you will see that if you have 3 reactions, so this is 1, 2, all right. But if there is a third one, this doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot that the market goes for a third deep retest. Usually the third one is the breakout. This is what I've noticed in the years I've been trading this. Next one, GJ was messed up. All right, again, multiple reactions possible here, right over here, and then of course the weekend, but that should be messed up. That should be closed already, or not even interested in already. But this should be 2 stop losses. All right, from all the pairs I just showed you, this was a stop loss. All right, you couldn't do anything about it. Market just, yeah, didn't respect. Okay. GU, next one. Market broke out, came back for the retest, did give us some price action here. Look at that. Breakout, retest, Morningstar, 30-minute time frame. Not that clear. 50-minute, I'm not sure what happened here. I didn't trade this. Okay, 50-minute was pretty clear. Was pretty solid. Let me check the 5. Yeah, same thing. Oof, look at that. If you would go to 1 minute, you would find yourself a quick entry on that. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Juicy. If you don't know what I'm looking for, you're like, what the? Don't worry. At some point, you will understand it. Look at that. Whew. That would be a beautiful. It's a 1 minute entry. That's what I say. You have so many different ways to be reacting. 6 pip stop. Look at that. Damn, I didn't see this one. If you reacted with candlestick patterns, 50-minute, 30-minute time frame, this wasn't possible for a take profit. If you went for a, like I showed you, 5-minute, 1 minute time frame, there was definitely a take profit possible here. But let's just say you went for the candlestick patterns. This was a stop loss. All right, the market just boom, shoot it to the downside, but retested the broken support zone. Look at that rejection, engulfing candle. 30-minute time frame rejection, 50-minute time frame, look at that, engulfing candles, so many reaction points there. Stop loss around 15 pips. We went for 55 pips in profit. Let's just say we do 20 pips. So the market went for 55, 52, 53, something like that. You should be break even. Break even was not hit just before the weekend. So in this example, and that's of course the other side of holding over the weekend, this gap went in your direction. Okay, this can happen, but the chances, in my opinion, I wouldn't bet on that. I wouldn't gamble to say like, yeah, it will be in my direction. Be careful with these kind of things. Good. It's beautiful to see how the market followed up the breakouts and the retests. You see that? So market creates new lows, breaks, retests, breaks, retests, breaks, retests. This is what I mean. Like, practice your eyes on these retests. Practice your eyes on these highs and lows. This is the most important part of the strategy. All right, breakout, retest, NST-JPY. Look at that. A little bit the same like, which was it? It was another JPY pair just before the weekend. A lot of opportunity here. Big stop loss, 30 pips, something like that. Just before the weekend, 43 pips running. You should close out because look at that. It would close below your stop loss. Okay. So break even idea on this one. Then we have UJ. I was looking for UJ to give us a deeper retest. It didn't happen. All right. It took off without us. But then market came back for the retest. You could find yourself definitely a reaction here on the first one. I'm sure about that. And I think this should be around the break-even level, 20 pips. Yeah, market went for 54 pips in profit. So this should be a break-even one. But then the market does another retest with another price action. Let's just say candle closure is our entry. 30 pip stop loss. There we go. 210 pips potential. Good. Last one. Silver. Again, look at that. What did I just say you? It doesn't happen a lot that we have 3 retests. This is the first one, second one. Stop loss, take profit. Beautiful. Risk management, risk reward in play. And yeah, you're just doing some crazy stuff here. Okay. So imagine you were trading 1-on-3 risk to rewards. You have seen that we had some opportunities of stop losses, but all these take profits from 1-on-3 risk to reward should cover that. Okay, so I think we had like 3 or 4 stop losses, which is minus 4%. But if you look at all the take profits, that's like plus 20% or something. Okay, there we go. That's it. Did I give you any indices last week? Not sure. Yeah, I did. Look at that. Beautiful. Whew. You could even wait for a breakout retest here on the 1 hour. Boom. US 30. I took this massive sell on this wick. I closed out the moment my lows got hit here. And then I saw this. I was like, damn, there's no problem, of course. SPX, I didn't give anything. The NAS did not respect the breakout retest to the upside, but that was obvious because of the US 30, of course. UK 100 breakout retest, beautiful run to the upside. So there was some good opportunities. Germany, I didn't give you something. And Japanese, I also didn't give you anything. Good. All right. Let's dive straight into the charts and see what we have for today. Do you have any pairs? Do you have any price traps? Let me know in the chat box. Always nice to see. First of all, let me go over the news because we do have some pretty important things going on. The CPI on CHF is coming in like, or already, oh, it already happened, excuse me. But what's important is here, the ADP non-farm employment change, 215. You should know already, if you see this on a Wednesday, you know that Friday we have our NFP, all right? This is usually a very big news event, in my opinion, or I'm not sure. I'm not the best fundamental guy. I'm not the person who is into news that much, but I don't think it will impact a lot. I think this NFP will be pretty calm. That's what I think about it. Why? Because of the war, because of other things that are going on. All right. For the rest, if we take a look at news, okay, we have the unemployment claims on Thursday, the CPI on China, but that's not too important. And yeah, okay, we have the core CPI Wednesday, but of course we have our new session and I will warn you for that. This is a very, very important one. For the rest, it will be very calm. But of course, we got to be careful. We got to be aware there's a massive war happening in the Middle East. So the market could act a little volatile, just a little. All right, good. Then we're gonna check what we have for today. I don't expect a lot from today or this week, especially because what's going on. We missed out on this breakout retest. This was beautiful. Look at that breakout retest, boom. But we can use that new structure. Don't force too much also in weeks like this. I hope everything will be sorted very soon. So we have normal charts. And also just because of all that bullshit. Like, I just hope it's ending very soon. Use the JPY 80 Canadian. Yeah, I was doubting a little bit about 80 Canadian. I do like the structure, but this price drop is massive. This yeah, of course, this is because of the volatile markets. I think you will be trapping it like this, right? Let me know. Yeah, it's big. It's massive. Could take a while till this breaks out. Yeah, okay. 85 pips, that's still okay. But be careful with the breakouts to the upside because we have a lot of supply sitting here. If we can get a fast breakout like this, that's beautiful. We can target the supply. But if we are really like shooting high, we gotta be careful. There's a lot of risk that the market will keep on dropping. Okay? Let's keep it. We shall see what will happen. What did you have more? USD JPY? Yeah, I will go over the rest when I go through everything. Doubting about Euro Canadian. It's very small, but I do like the structure. I will give it another flag and maybe come back on that one. Euro JPY. No, I don't like Euro USD. Pum 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 pum. Oh, G Chef. I do like this. I do like what I'm seeing here. We are in the downtrending structure. We are back for the retest already. So selling opportunities here. I do like this. Also because look at this gap. This massive gap to the upside. So much room to go down. Of course, we don't react without price action. So we need price action here. Now it's bullish, just bullish. So we need to wait. As the Canadian is clean. Also pretty big, but clean. Clean structure. Easy high and low. There we go. There we go. How's the JPY is ugly? No, don't like it. Don't like it. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, this is clean. Easy structure. You also, yeah, you also said use the JPY. Of course, this is easy. It already gave us a breakout retest right now, but I don't want to FOMO too much. Ooh, that entry, I think that was beautiful. Let me check. Let me check. Damn. That should have been a beautiful entry, but yeah, it's gone. Don't FOMO. If it's gone, it's gone. Okay. Good. We do have some price traps. Euro JPY, yes, let's trap it. It's a big one. Could take a while. There we go. How much time do I have left? I have time. GCAT. I'm also doubting a little bit about GCAT. I wanna trap it like this because I do like the structure, the high and low that the market has created here. But you gotta know that this downtrending structure, if the market breaks up, that we have that same supply, like I said, on what was it? 80 Canadian? Yeah, 80 Canadian. A little bit the same on GCAT. We have a lot of supply sitting here, so we gotta be careful. Careful with the buys. There we go. Euro Canadian. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to force too much. All right. It's not a lot, but it is something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 price traps. Let's check what the indices are giving us. I am bearish on US 30. Any retracement higher than this high could trigger another sell. But to be honest, you should have been running this already on this sell to the downside. Same for SPX. Same for NAS. I've seen someone sharing NAS. No, it was SPX. Mr. Victor took a beautiful wick entry on this one. Sell. UK, you can trap it. That's easy structure. And simply just follow up on a possible breakout retest. Germany, yeah, why not? It's massive, by the way. It's extremely volatile, but I do like the structure, and that's the most important one. Don't get too confused or because of the volatility. That doesn't matter. As long as structure keep respecting, that's good. And the Japanese, why not? Looking good, looking good. Very easy structure. There we go. There we go. So for US 30, yeah, and the SPX and NAS, if we can get higher retests with some good price action, I would be interested in sells. but I'm not gonna trap it and share it because it's in my opinion too volatile and not that clear. So I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to force too much. Oh, I have, yeah, there we go. All right, good. That's for the forex and indices. Let me check crypto. What are we doing? All right, we are respecting. This is interesting. What did I say yesterday? Of course, for the people who were not following my sessions during the week, you don't know, but what I've been saying is pretty simple. We have seen that the market was creating structure again, highs and lows. That's basically what I'm doing all the time. So what have we seen is the first break to the downside, which showed us some bearish price action. It did not respect because it went immediately above this high. So this showed me, and this is what I said also, that the market is breaking structure to the upside. So we had a high opportunity, possibility that the market would respect demand zones and go higher again. Now we are back at these highs, creating equal highs. If we really want to see this market getting bullish, we want to see a breakout of the highs that are created here. Okay, so basically what I want to see is something like this, and then we can climb higher again. Okay, so if we can respect it like that and you see this breakout, wait for some retracements and we can expect higher prices. If this doesn't happen and we just respect and we break to the downside, of course we have the opposite direction, we have the opposite scenario. Okay, so basically I've told you, I think on the previous sessions, what my vision is or what I'm looking for on the crypto is, or we can get a massive relief rally back to these highs, these lows at least. And then you will see these altcoins going absolutely crazy. Okay. Or in my opinion, the second option is that we do not turn back to these levels and just consolidate for a long time, like go a little lower, maybe hit like, what was it? I think the lowest price I see is 30,000, something like that, 31, 30,000, something like that. That's option number two, in my opinion. Or we can get a relief rally and drop, or we will just drop. Okay. Ethereum, almost exactly the same thing, looking for that structure. We see that the structure broke on the 4-hour time frame. We retested that, but now we need to focus on the highs. Will we respect this? Yes or no? If we break through the downside, I think it's obvious what I would be looking for. Okay. The other pairs, other altcoins are all pretty much in the same place, pretty much in the same positions, very good prices, but I would be careful with like investing in all of them, because if we do not see a relief rally on Bitcoin, this is just gonna keep dropping. All right. And I think if this happens, there will be a massive cleanup of coins and tokens and projects and all this type of stuff. Okay, good. Let me check. What are we doing? Nope, not ready yet. We need to be patient here. Not a single price action showing us yet, of course, that the market wants to go down. Okay, so we need to wait. We need to be patient. You will see all the charts coming into our Discord channel. Over there, I'm always sharing all my price traps from the Wednesday sessions. So if you're not in there yet, let me know in private, and I will make sure to get you in there as soon as possible. If you want to go more in detail, if you want to go more in depth, we have, of course, our private mentorship. We have our private community where we have an educational platform where you can find all details about trading, about crypto, about stocks, about UGC, about e-commerce, just different online income opportunities. All right. So if you're interested in that, make sure to reach out to us, and we will help you further as soon and as good as possible. Okay. For the people who are already in the community or people outside of it, also this Wednesday, so this evening, we have our weekly meeting where Mr. Robin will go over technical analysis in trading. Last week, I went over the basics and I showed you guys some things about my strategy. Now he is going to go further on that and show you some very interesting insights of the charts. All right, so always welcome to be there. Next to that, we have this weekend, 7th of March, an event in Antwerp where you can see the opportunity we are doing. So if you're interested and you don't know what we are doing, this is the exact moment you can just get all the information. Okay. For the people who are already a member, we will be starting, I think it was at 1 p.m. or something, with some private trainings from certain leaders from France, from Antwerp, and so on. Okay. And then to close off, the 14th of March, we also have a event in Antwerp, but this will be massive because American leaders and German leaders will be joining us on a massive event. All right. In my opinion, if you hear names like Richard Butler and Marvin and Andre Butler, yeah, these names are insane. These people are really like entrepreneurs. If you take a look at Richard Butler having like 3 or 4 restaurants in Dubai, this is not just a trader. This is not just a network marketeer. This is a real entrepreneur that is going to share his value on our event. So if you are interested in learning from an international entrepreneur, you're always welcome on the 14th of March. Make sure to send us, of course, to get your tickets. The tickets are limited, so be fast before it gets sold out. All right. So thank you all for being here. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. We see each other back next week, of course, to review all the price traps from today, to see if the markets are a little bit okay to trade on. We shall see. Just be careful, guys. Stay safe. Also for people who are maybe outside of Europe and the Middle East, please stay safe. And we see each other back next week. Thank you all for being here. See you very soon again. Ciao, ciao.